Dawn over a lost world. Dawn breaks over a world completely different from the one we know. 100 million years ago, where today stretches the endless Sahara Desert, there once existed a lush, vibrant land teeming with life. Mighty rivers carved their way through dense tropical forests, creating vast deltas where countless species thrived. The air was thick with humidity, mist rose from the waters, and the first rays of sunlight pierced the canopy, illuminating mysterious waterways. This was Cretaceous Africa, a world ruled by giants, and among them one creature stood apart, breaking all evolutionary conventions, Spinosaurus aegyptiacus. From the mist, a massive shadow emerges, moving gracefully yet radiating power. There is no roar, no earth-shaking stomp, only slow, deliberate steps and an eerie silence. This is not the dinosaur we imagine, not an African T-Rex. Spinosaurus was something entirely different, evolution's boldest experiment, a predator that chose its own path to survive. Spinosaurus stretched over 15 meters long, even larger than T-Rex, weighing between 7 and 9 tons. But its uniqueness wasn't just in its size. Rising from its back was a towering sail, nearly 2 meters high, like a great mast unfurling from its spine. This sail wasn't merely for display. Scientists believe it served multiple purposes, stabilizing the creature as it swam, like the ridges of a crocodile, attracting mates, like the tail of a peacock, and absorbing solar heat, like a natural panel helping regulate its body temperature. Its skull was unlike any other carnivorous dinosaur. Long and narrow, filled with sharp, conical teeth, not built to crush bone, but to catch slippery fish. This design once confused paleontologists who thought it resembled that of a crocodile. Today, we know Spinosaurus underwent convergent evolution, independently developing crocodile-like adaptations despite being only distantly related. Unlike other theropods, its bones were dense and heavy, similar to a hippopotamus, allowing it to control buoyancy underwater. Its tail, broad and paddle-like, generated powerful thrust, transforming it into an expert swimmer far beyond what we once thought dinosaurs were capable of. The predator of rivers, as it approached the riverbank, the world around it fell silent. Massive fish swam in schools through the murky waters. Spinosaurus stood motionless, its eyes scanning, its long snout tasting the air for the scent of fish. Inside its skull, pressure-sensitive organs, similar to those in modern crocodiles, detected even the slightest movements in the water. It stepped forward, heavy but quiet. As its body submerged, the tail began to move, slowly at first, then with controlled power. Now, only the towering sail broke the surface, gliding silently like a phantom. Beneath the water, the world transformed. Light filtered into beams, and in the underwater haze, Spinosaurus became an invisible hunter. Its tail propelled the massive body forward at nearly 10 kilometers per hour, faster than most large fish could escape. It created no loud splash, no warning signs. It was a ghost, closing in with deadly precision. A school of Mawsonia, prehistoric fish the size of small cars, fed in the shallows. They had no idea that death was approaching. Spinosaurus adjusted its buoyancy with its dense bones, floating effortlessly like a living submarine. Its sensitive snout picked up the faintest pressure waves. Closer, closer. Then, without warning, it lunged. The tail whipped, the jaws snapped open, teeth slicing through water. The school exploded in panic, silver flashes scattering in all directions. Its jaws clamped shut with terrifying power, but this time empty. The largest fish slipped away into the shadows. Spinosaurus surfaced, exhaling, its sail catching the sunlight. It had failed, but it did not despair. Unlike T-Rex, which required frequent kills, Spinosaurus could survive longer between hunts. Its semi-aquatic diet and energy-saving ectothermic physiology, relying on the sun's heat, allowed it to endure. WY midday, Spinosaurus basked on a sandbar, its sail absorbing sunlight, its massive body warming. It closed its eyes, not sleeping, just resting, waiting for the next opportunity. A world of life, the delta it ruled, was alive with activity. In the sky, pterosaurs soared, diving to snatch fish. In the water, ancient crocodiles, giant turtles, and countless fish species shared the rivers. On the banks, herds of duck-billed dinosaurs came to drink, always wary, knowing the apex predator lurked nearby. But Spinosaurus didn't need to compete with the other hunters on land. It had an entire aquatic ecosystem to itself. This was its kingdom that, as the sun dipped low, the silhouette of the sail cut across the golden light. Spinosaurus slipped back into the river. This time it would not fail. It positioned itself downstream, where the fish would come. It stayed still, creating no ripple. Then a sudden strike. The jaws clamped shut, this time locking onto its prey. The fish thrashed, but resistance was futile. In moments, it disappeared into the predator's M8W.8S night fell. Spinosaurus vanished beneath the water's surface, dissolving into the darkness. Only the faint ripples remained, and then silence. The African sky burns orange. The African sky of the late Cretaceous glows a fiery orange. Steam rises from the winding rivers, forming a thick mist that hangs like a curtain over the land. Within this veil, a massive silhouette glides with eerie grace, almost blending into its surroundings. This is not a time for rest. It is the hunting hour of Spinosaurus, a perfect strategy unlike land predators that rely on explosive bursts of power. Spinosaurus thrives on patience. Every movement is calculated. Every flick of its tail, every breath it takes serves a single purpose: to strike at exactly the right moment. As darkness slowly falls, it no longer depends solely on sight. The long skull, lined with countless pressure-sensitive pores, allows Spinosaurus to detect the tiniest ripples made by distant fish. Like sharks, it can sense the faint electric fields generated by the heartbeat of its prey. Its tail sways slowly, keeping its massive body suspended beneath the water. Then it moves, not fast, not slow, but just enough to get close without being noticed. The school of fish remains unaware. They feed in the golden streaks of the fading sunlight. Spinosaurus holds its breath, adjusting its depth with precision. In that instant, it transforms into a living arrow poised to strike, and then the perfect attack. The tail whips, propelling the colossal body forward. In a split second, its steel-trapped jaws snap shut. A massive fish is seized, thrashing helplessly as water erupts in a spray of silver under the sunset. This time, victory belongs to the hunter. But for Spinosaurus, this is not just a meal, it is proof of perfect evolution. Evolution's bold experiment. Spinosaurus was not just big, it was a testament to limitless adaptation. While other theropods stuck to their terrestrial hunting strategies, Spinosaurus dared to change, daring to conquer an environment no other large dinosaur had ever ruled: the water. Modern studies reveal that its bones were dense, like those of hippos, allowing it to maintain perfect buoyancy. Its tail was broad and muscular, generating thrust like a paddle. Its respiratory system resembled that of birds, with air sacs enabling efficient oxygen exchange. Every detail of its anatomy spoke one truth: Spinosaurus was the product of millions of years of relentless natural selection. Its skull was another masterpiece. Unlike the bone-crushing teeth of T. rex, Spinosaurus had a long snout armed with needle-like teeth, perfectly designed for catching fish. This is a textbook example of convergent evolution, a dinosaur developing features strikingly similar to crocodiles, despite no close relation. Scientists have even discovered oxygen isotope traces in its teeth, confirming a primarily aquatic diet. This evidence not only reshaped our understanding of Spinosaurus, but also challenged our perception of dinosaur evolution itself. A different kind of ruler. While most predators fought over territory on land, Spinosaurus ruled an entire aquatic kingdom. There were no rivals of equal strength. Giant crocodiles, massive turtles, and schools of enormous fish shared the waters, but none posed a true threat. Above, pterosaurs glided across the skies, but never interfered. On the banks, hadrosaurs cautiously approached to drink, fully aware of the lurking danger. All creatures recognized the presence of this apex predator. The world it ruled was like an underwater Serengeti, diverse, abundant, yet unforgiving. Every creature had its place. And by adapting to water, Spinosaurus became the undisputed king of this hidden realm that a legend in the sunset as the sun sets, the silhouette of Spinosaurus's sail stretches across the Golden River. Silently, it leaves its hunting grounds, gliding across the water like a ghost. Night descends, and it vanishes into the mist, leaving behind an eerie stillness, but its story did not end there. Millions of years later, buried under layers of earth, humans began to dig and uncover fragments of bone. Each piece revealed a secret. Each discovery challenged old assumptions. In 2014, the discovery of its paddle-shaped tail confirmed that Spinosaurus truly swam. In 2020, isotope analysis proved its aquatic diet. Every breakthrough sharpened its image, not as a movie monster, but as a real living creature, unique and extraordinary. The legacy of one who dared to be different Spinosaurus was more than just another dinosaur. It was a symbol of innovation in evolution. When the world changed, it was not eliminated, it adapted. When competition on land became fierce, it sought a new frontier, the water. Today it is gone, but its story lives on. In the morning songs of birds, in the soaring wings of eagles, distant descendants of dinosaurs, the echoes of that past remain. And in human imagination, Spinosaurus will forever reign as the legend of the ancient rivers.